Good morning, students. Things sweet the taste prove in digestion sour. This famous quote by William Shakespeare. What do you mean by this quote? Can you tell me? Things sweet, right? So that means we will be talking about something which is sweet in taste, and we will talk about the digestion and how this sour is related. We will talk about that. Okay. So digestion can be of proteins, fats, carbohydrate. But today we'll be learning about the digestion of carbohydrate. So as we know, all digestion starts in mouth because the basic procedure, that is grinding and masticating, starts with mouth. Dietary carbohydrate, mainly the boiled starch, that means the cooked food, is acted upon by the salivary alpha amylase. So the digestion of carbohydrate directly starts from the glands of mouth. Then it moves down to the stomach, to the small intestine, where the main digestion of carbohydrate, both on boiled and raw starch, can take place, and then it moves to the intestinal lining for absorption. So here you can see the digestion of carbohydrate, the picture. So mainly what happens, we consume carbohydrate in the form of polysaccharides, disaccharides and monosaccharides. Monosaccharide, as you know, that they don't need any kind of digestion, so they can directly move into the bloodstream. Whereas disaccharide needs some basic digestion because they are made up of two sugar units, so they need basic digestion, and after that the main digestion that is required and that takes time is of polysaccharide. So the polysaccharide digestion starts in the mouth with the help of salivary alpha amylase enzyme. The other name of salivary alpha amylase is ptyalin. The ptyalin can act, as I said yesterday in the last class, that each and every enzyme can act at a particular pH and an optimum temperature. So salivary alpha amylase can also act on pH 6.5 and then at a temperature of 45 degrees centigrade. It can work up to 60 degrees centigrade, but not more than that. Temperature more than that will destroy the salivary alpha amylase. Now this salivary alpha amylase, they break down these polysaccharides into dextrins, and this dextrins, they move into the stomach. In stomach what happens, mainly there is HCl, and carbohydrate can't be digested very well in the stomach in that high acidic condition. So mainly what happens, some of the disaccharides that are there, they can be simplified in the stomach and they move into the uh, duodenum for further digestion. Now, in duodenum, what happens? The bile is secreted from the liver, and this bile, what happens? They decrease the acidity of the HCl and make the environment alkaline, so that the pancreatic amylase can act upon it. So let us see. The pancreatic amylase is also known as the endoamylase. Pancreatic amylase can generally work at a pH of 6.7 to 7 and at an optimum temperature of 45 degrees centigrade. Please keep in mind that pancreatic amylase requires Cl2 minus, that is chlorine, for its reaction. Now pancreatic amylase can be of two types. One is the endoamylase, which is also known as the alpha amylase, pancreatic alpha amylase, and the exoamylase, which is known as the beta amylase. Endoamylase or the alpha amylase can digest any of the it is animals, it is from animal source, and it can digest any of the carbohydrate, whereas plant can exoamylase, which is basically of plant source, can only uh, amylase the non-reducing starches. Okay, next what happens, this pancreatic amylase break down this dextrin into maltose. Again, the disaccharides, that is the sucrose and the lactose, all of them come over here, and they produces two types of enzyme. which is mainly substrate based. So maltose is acted upon by the enzyme maltase, sucrose is acted upon by the enzyme sucrase, and lactose is acted upon by the enzyme lactase, and they directly moves into the bloodstream as glucose, fructose and galactose. Over here, ileum, they receive the succus entericus juice, which acts on the alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkages that is present in the starch molecule, the amylose and the amylopectin molecules. The ileum digests that kind of carbohydrate. So let us move on to the enzymes and their product. So we have starch. Starch is acted upon by salivary amylase. They are broken down into disaccharides, that is the maltose, sucrose and the lactose. Maltose is acted upon by maltase to produce two molecules of glucose. Sucrose is acted upon by sucrase to produce one molecules of glucose and one molecules of fructose. Lactose is acted upon by lactase to form one molecule of glucose and galactose, which are all monosaccharide, and they can easily move into the bloodstream for absorption from the villi of the small intestine. So thank you.